just making our jokes and how Twitter just Twitter is coming up with their own jokes about us, and that's what I love. Oh,
good.
That was a quick start. So I think we saw Dreamwitch, and I also think I should give you the opportunity to talk about the map group layout again.
This is the ruin layout, so there's gonna be 2 people by factory and 1 by box, and so that's exactly what we're going to see with this Dreamwitch. And iAlien's Dreamwitch is very scary, so you guys are gonna see some pretty good Dreamwitch players. And on top of that, I don't think she's using Patroller though; she's using Blink. And by she, I don't mean iAlien, I mean the character. I always do that. iAlien, I believe, is using Blink.
She's not only dangerous; she's also extremely beautiful. Do you see that skin?
I'm trying not to be banned on YouTube right now.
All right, great hit right there. Mechanic was able to juke one of the leeches hit right here, but is now being the first survivor that is getting hunted down. Great job from iAlien finding the Mechanic early game. We already saw this in matches before. Mechanic can bring a lot of decoding to the game, and that is exactly what you want to stop as.
Blink is up.
Oh, Blink is up. That's gonna be dangerous.
Yeah, so iAlien's doing a good job at setting up traps over here by factory, but Slick is really understanding I gotta make a lot of room here. Wait, does he get a beautiful move from iAlien here?
Mechanic is down as we already said. Oh, Mechanic was able to put up the doll. I haven't seen that. But that is still allowing the team to have another survivor kind of on the map that can decode.
He did a good job at isolating the Mechanic and understanding that, you know, you have a forward, a mercenary, a gravekeeper. So this is the main strategy in the Chinese professional leagues. So this is the correct lineup to use. But going against it, this is actually the lineup I believe, I'm going on the top of my head, that may have beaten one of the best hunters in the entire world, GRPPX. So it's really, you know, from here, good movement from Slick. And this, I think this is the main follower, but the leech is following suit on the other side. So there's not much that Mechanic could have done right there.
True. Great job from iAlien though. Great job from iAlien. Just concentrating on the Mechanic. Again, you want to bring that Mechanic out of the game and just putting pressure on the rest of the survivors at the same time, slowing down the decoding progress.
And what gets scary about Dreamwitch with these slow decoding layouts, so this is a slow decoding team, which is usually what's preferred in professional league. And Dreamwitch only gets more and more scary as the game goes on. So they really need to somehow get a rescue here where Slick can get away. And he's going to stun that main survivor, or that, whatever, the leech, in order to try to get away. But look at these setups. Look at yeah, iAlien's got, yep, that is amazing preparation. iAlien literally had a leech or the main follower in every direction. That's a crazy amount of coordination. No matter where you go, there's somebody after you.
Now we have to acknowledge Mechanic is down again, which means that if iAlien is able to bring the Mechanic to the rocket chair, that would mean that we have, okay, Doll is out of the game anyway. We now have a slower decoding progress as before because Mechanic is out of the game. The Doll can't be used anymore. 3 Cypher machines remaining though. 3 Cypher machines remaining though. They are doing a fantastic job there. Oh, the blink was not successful, but still going for the forward right here, who was getting healed. Surprise attacking the forward. Going down inside of the pallet.
One of the things to remember is that this is one of the strongest maps for Dreamwitch, if not the strongest match for Dreamwitch. So if you want to go against a Dreamwitch, this is not the map that you want to go against them with. And again, we can obviously see some lag here, and I don't know if that's iAlien dealing with lag or if it's the server coming back to us. So that is something important that we need to tell people, that This is being broadcasted from somewhere else. You can see that 268 ping. So I just want you to know that when there's lag like that, I don't know if the overall stream is lagging or if that's the individual player. And I just want you guys to know that we're not avoiding the subject. We just don't know which one it could be. You still there, Grizzly?
Yes, great rescue. Yes, I am. You were doing.
I'm the one that gets concerned with you now.
No. I just, you know, I just enjoy hear you talk, especially when it's a Dream Witch, because Dream Witch is always making my brain hurt. Just watching the coordination of Alien right here, it's a fantastic job. Just concentrating on the fort as well, avoiding the Gravekeeper. Gravekeeper was trying to body block with his skill. Fantastic job from Alien, just focusing on the forward. And you can see it right here. Putting pressure on the rest of the survivors. Oh! Bringing down the Gravekeeper while actually being able to protect the down forward right here and bring him to the chair. That coordination. Alien is really showing off what he can do with the Dream Witch, how dangerous the Dream Witch can be. And leeching the Gravekeeper who is down. We still have the Mercenary on the map. Mercenary is injured though. We can see the skills of the Hunter. We now know that he has Trump card.
So the big thing though here is Hunt. So you see that southeast corner or southwest corner. Sorry. So that's how we know that the skill set that's going to make the leeches run a lot faster. And so that's why we're seeing a lot of that movement speed on this build. And so this is a build that a lot of Dream Witch users use in that southwest corner. You can see that, you know, after 10 seconds or 8 seconds of following a survivor without, you know, taking anything down, it increases your movement speed by approximately 10%. And that's a nightmare to go against a Dream Witch on a small map. The real question, Grizzly, have you seen the Arms Factory adjustments, the changes?
I think I have seen it. They're gonna get rid of... Oh, nice stun, good stun. They're gonna get rid of one of the windows and they're gonna turn it into, I think, a door, right? And they're also gonna place a pallet somewhere around that area, if I'm not mistaken.
So I've reviewed... Wow, beautiful move from the Gravekeeper. Wow, that was extraordinary. That was extraordinary. What an amazing counter to the blink. Yeah, on Arms Factory, you should expect a hit right here. On Arms Factory, there's going to be a bunch of changes where they're getting rid of the anti-loop in the main factory. But in an area that we call No Man's Land, you're going to see a big, what we call T-wall that's going to be incorporated. And they're actually adding another pallet. So where Alien's going right now, there's going to be right here will be no longer a window. It's going to be a door with a pallet. And then on the other side of this, towards the right of Alien, there's going to be an additional pallet. So, and the cipher machines are changing. And so sometimes cipher machines won't be in what we call box. That's in the middle of the map. Not in the middle open, but where the 3 pallets are, where the walls are. And in a weird way, I actually think that this is going to benefit survivors. Because when the Arms Factory gets readjusted, they're going to change. Actually, so you see that dumpster where she was looking at? There's going to be another pallet over there. This area is just going to become stronger. Beautiful blink from my Alien. I genuinely think that the Arms Factory adjustment is going to benefit survivors more. Only because there's going to be more kiting area. Yeah, you get rid of that full anti-loop, but you're adding weapons on other parts of the map and you're spreading out the ciphers. It's actually going to be more difficult, in my humble opinion, for hunters. And that's just my opinion based on looking at it and practicing on the China server. So excellent job from Alien right there, securing that victory. Really showing you how scary Dream Witch can be on the Arms Factory map.
Abilities to get at least one survivor out of there. But again, they will also most likely try to get more than one survivor out of there. What we can see, Toxic Noob. Again, this is the first round. We have no Hunter bans. That means we can see a Bloody Queen for the first round. It seems like that Persuader is having some technical issues, so I'm going to explain to you the map group layout number. I'm not even pretending that I know anything that he is talking when he is talking about these layouts, but what we can see is that he is going into the right direction. He's already seeing Mistaken Queen, or at least going into the direction of Mistaken Queen. And what the Bloody Queen, what Toxic Noob wants to do right here, again, is to go for the mechanic early game, wants to bring down the mechanic, wants to slow down the decoding speed of this entire team. Because we can see we have forward Mercenary, Gravekeeper, and they're heavily relying on the decoding speed of the mechanic. Toxic Noob doing a fantastic job, circling around, sees the Mercenary behind her or behind him, and just acknowledge.
Question is the mechanic going to be able to hide? Mechanic was right there. And Toxic Noob has decided to stick with that. Oh, here we go. Let's see. Ooh, so close. If he gets this doll down, though, going to be able to see exactly where Mechanic is, which is directly behind him towards Shack Ruins. There we go.
Oh, great job with the mirror as well. Cutting off the exit route of the Mechanic. Doing a great job. There comes the first hit. Can be bringing down the doll as well. Can be extremely difficult, especially since she hit the doll for the second time. There is no mechanic doll in the game anymore, which already slows down the decoding speed, the chances of bringing down Cypher machines faster on the survivor side. Such a great job, such a great job.
This area right here is where it's getting buffed. This area here would have a T-wall as well as a pallet. So that's happening eventually. I don't know when, but it's happening, and that's one of the adjustments we were talking about with Arms Factory. So right there where QC was, QC would have more to kite with, and that's one of the adjustments that we were speaking about earlier.
And what we can see right here is Toxic Noob bringing the mechanic to the chair again. Toxic Noob already brought down the doll of the mechanic, so there's no additional character on the map that could decode right there. And also we have to say, Vortex needs to get the 4 survivor elimination. So far they're doing a fantastic job. We can see that Riot is rescuing with the Mercenary. Great rescue, dashing away. Nice blink, going for the Mercenary, but eventually concentrating on the mechanic.
Definitely. Another thing that should be noted, Toxic Noob has been a top hunter for a long time, but if I recall correctly, Toxic Noob has been gone from the game for a little bit. And so Toxic Noob came back to support their friends and be able to play. But Toxic Noob did take a little bit of a break, so Toxic Noob is here very, very rusty. And he'll admit that. He's a very, very good friend of mine. And so, you know, I asked him, why did you return? And he's like, I need to support my friends. My friends want to be in the tournament. I've been going for a little bit, but I'll come back. I'll give it my best effort. And, you know, I know I'm not going to be up to my 100% normal self, but I'll give it my best effort. And he also understands Riot is a very, very difficult team to go against. I mean, Alex is an amazing player. Mistaken Green, one of my most favorite players in Identity 5. QC on top of the leaderboards all the time. And iAlien too. iAlien is just a really, really dangerous hunter to go against.
I think that's a great reason to come back.
Oh, I'm
to the
sorry.
game.
iAlien's on. I started reading Vortex, and then. Oh yeah, I was right. All right. I was talking about why Riot was dangerous. Okay, I'm like, wait, what am I doing?
And I think what you just described is a great reason to come back to a game, and it just shows off how connecting this game is. To coming back to support friends in this tournament. That's a beautiful reason to me. And what we can see right here, Toxic Noob is doing a fantastic job. Mechanic is out of the game, was on the chair for the 3rd time, but Riot was able to pop the last Cypher machine. We have the forward right there. Toxic Noob sees the forward, but it might be extremely difficult for Team Vortex to actually get more than 2 survivors out of there.
Fantastic job. That's in the words of Grizzly. Fantastic job. Absolutely, certainly.
Absolutely, exactly. And there we go. We have the Mercenary as well, the Gravekeeper going through the exit gate, making this match a tie. But in the end, deciding the entire round number 1 for Riot with 7 points to 2 points for Vortex.
This just shows you why Riot is going to be a very scary, very, very scary team. I believe that they just assembled relatively recently, so the more experience, if these guys can stick together and continue. Do you want a sneak peek of the song that I'm working on for Identity 5?
I want a sneak peek.
It's called I'm the Random. So everyone who complains about randoms, I take the position of me being that random, and I just go off. And we'll see how it works out, man. It takes a long time to come out with music. And again, what map is this? Is this Sacred Heart? Yeah, I think this is Sacred Heart. Right? Am I losing my mind here? No, it's Sacred Heart. Okay, yeah, there we go. Now I am oriented. This is called the Group 5 layout. So he's going to spawn in that open area, and he's going to move his way towards Shack, because 2 people usually spawn over here.
We can see his Toxic Noob throwing a few bombs in to just interrupt decoding. Going for might be able to spot the mechanic early. Good. That's a good find. Really good find. Yeah. Again, we can only say this over and over again. Mechanic is a survivor that brings a lot of decoding to the game, and just finding that mechanic early game. He's waiting. Oh, he's blocking the way. Good job. Great job taking that pellet. He knows that he kind of has the time because he still needs to wait for the ult to disappear. And cutting off the waves with the bombs. Trying to hit him. Yeah, fantastic job. Yeah. Trying to connect these bombs. Look at that. Forcing her to go around, forcing her to not throw down the pellet. Ooh,
remember too that until he hits that point, till he just hit that point on the persona, it is very difficult.
Oh, he did not hit the door.
Bombs down because it's a lot slower. So he decided to just wait. Beautiful move. He decided to just wait for the owl. He didn't want to start throwing bombs down. He's throwing that down in case the forward is nearby. He didn't want to start throwing those bombs down and take out the owl and then lose his bombs. Remember, in the beginning of the game, his bombs spawn very, very slowly until you reach that first benchmark on the persona. So that's why he waited it out. And it was a good move from the Bonbon.
It really was. It really was. He did a fantastic job. He was, while hunting down the mechanic, he was also bringing on the doll that could have been a potential decoder. Fantastic job. And wait, did I miss that he was bringing down the mechanic doll again? Like, mechanic is not having her ability anymore. Did I miss that? Ooh, nice. Trying to stop the dash from the forward with the bombs.
Ooh, is he going to stop this? Is he going to stop it? There we go. He's going to throw another one down, and then he's going to swing. Ooh, and then he's going to hit him. Oh, he got the rescue.
Great rescue, though. Great timing on the bombs. Fantastic jobs from Toxic, but still Ford was able to rescue. Huh?
MC predicted what was going to happen right there. Where's my... No? Nothing? No, good job, Persuadable. That was very good, MC. I see you. I'm just saying, I see you compliment the survivors all the time. I don't get any compliments from you anymore. Now that we've been friends for so long, they're just deteriorating.
Wow, Persuadable, fantastic.
Yeah. You're getting lazy in this friendship.
Dude, I was literally asking you if I missed that the mechanic stall was going down for a second time, and you were just dead silent and didn't answer me at all. You want a compliment for that? For ignoring my question? Huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
Sometimes it's funny.
Alright, so what we can see... I don't know either. I don't know either. Maybe it was a mistap, maybe it was a little bit laggy, maybe we just don't know. But what we know is that he's doing a fantastic job following the Ford right here. Ford actually, Cypher Pop was coming through. Cypher Pop was happening since he had distance between himself and the Hunter. Fantastic job. We can see that They are trying to get away right here. They are trying to split up. We have the forward on this gate, and we can see Gravekeeper and Seer are transitioning over to the other side of the map, which means that forward right now is giving the rest. Oh, wait. We have the Gravekeeper coming in, who will most likely try to body block. Now we can also see we have the dungeon right here.
Oh, beautiful move.
Great job. Exit gate is almost open.
Yeah, he's gonna shut them out from any of. Yeah. This makes sense.
Yeah.
Put him over here and make sure. And this is going to be a tie.
Good job from Toxic Noob right there, making this a tie. Great team play on Riot's side as well. Great Cypher pop. I was not expecting that, but it made a lot of sense. Just getting the fort away and fort just, you know.
What was your question? My bad. What was your question? See, it's Dreamwish. Yeah, exactly. What was your question? Gravekeeper? Yeah, we should say I told you. I told you, he's underrated.
I want canned air now.
Hey, it's good for cleaning your computer. You gotta be over the age of 18 to buy it though. Use it responsibly. Okay. Let's see what we're going to be. This is, I already know, Group 4. This is Group 4. He's going to go exactly straight. There's going to be one person that may transition to hospital and somebody that spawns in between forest and a big statue. You actually see Mechanic going into where I just said she would go into, and you see Gravekeeper going to where I said, oh my god, I was right. Can you believe that?
Wow, amazing. Good job. But you're usually right, so I was not really surprised about that. And what we saw with the Gravekeeper, he was throwing down the pallet. Alright, there we go. This is giving away the location of the Mechanic, which is giving the Dreamwitch a really, really good target to go after. We already said several times, Mechanic is always the pick that you want to go for first, especially with the doll and the decoding speed that she's bringing to the team. But we also, I want to say, the Gravekeeper. Want to mention the Gravekeeper's move. He was throwing down the pallet early that he would use to kite around by using his skill, Dreamwitch. Obviously, IL obviously called it out and was like, nah, I'm not going for the Gravekeeper. That is going to waste way too much time early game. And really concentrating on the Mechanic, as you can see.
So a usual strategy with Dreamwitch is that if the survivor is too far away, you actually make your follower, your main follower, run away from you. But watch this. It's going to come right up. Oh, wow. Got the stun. That was a very, very important moment for the Mechanic. Very important. But the spawn follower is going to come after. And here we go. We see the blink being used.
Nice.
Oh, I was able to dodge it. Wow.
Getting away right there.
Very important moment in this match.
That was such a good blink, but Mechanic was just able to dodge it and getting over the pallet right there, getting away from her. Ooh.
Hey, Dreamwitch can be difficult on Sacred Art, especially with some of these routes here. Yeah, anyway, so Dreamwitch is doing the best they can, brings both over here. One of them's going to get the hit for sure, and then Leech is going to follow through. So the follower who's the Leech, where's the Leech at? Yeah, Leech is getting ready. Let's see, Slick's going to go upstairs. Mechanics are going to go upstairs, one of the strongest spots. They're already down to 3 ciphers, but remember, a Dreamwitch is very scary late game. Very, very scary late game. So this match is not anywhere near over, but the doll is still hiding for the Mechanic, which means that they can still operate it once they go down.
Also want to mention that it was a fantastic multitasking job from iAlien right here. Bringing 3 leeches into position to just cut off all waste for the Mechanic to get away right there. Great job. Hitting the Mechanic. But you already said we are down to 3 Cypher machines. I'm really curious to see the Cypher progress on the other Cypher machines. But we still have 3 survivors on the map. We also have the doll that could potentially bring in a lot of decoding speed. Okay, let's see what is going on right here. We have the forward coming through for rescue, dodging the hits. There we go, for taking it, rescuing the Mechanic.
He's gonna get that. He tried. It's very difficult for a forward. Very difficult for a forward against a Dreamwitch. Dreamwitch is pretty much a counter to a forward, to be honest. Your entire role as a forward changes when you go against a Dream Witch. How you play as forward against a Wu Chang versus the Dream Witch is very different.
There you can see he's just bringing more dolls in here just to block off that stun, and oh, mechanics still.
And that's why. Very difficult. Very difficult. Your role changes as a forward against a good Dream Witch.
Tried to hit her again. Was wasting quite some time though. Great job. But as you already said,
he's gonna use it. Good. That's one of the biggest deficits with forwards is not knowing when they need to use their football. And we can see that he changed to abnormal.
Ooh, that can be dangerous. That is really slowing down the game for the survivors.
I told you, Dream Witch late game can be very devastating depending on the circumstances, so they need to come up with something.
Trying to bait a hit right there.
Yeah, he's trying to bait a hit. He's not trolling. He's trying to bait a hit. Good juke. They got a dance there. They got a dance. They got a beautiful move from my alien.
Fantastic try from the mercenary to body block right there and just taking that hit for the mechanic. But alien concentrating on the mechanic, and that is also the, I think, third time for the mechanic on the rocket chair. But look at the Cypher machines. One Cypher machine remaining. We have to keep in mind that there is abnormal on Alien's leeches, so he can slow down the decoding progress on all Cypher machines. But it's gonna be, dude, that is some multitasking masterwork right here.
My question, Grizzly, even if they tie it, does that go to round?
If they're tying, if they're tying, we're gonna see round 3. That would be something that I would absolutely love to see. Because if a tie is happening, we have to tie on the entire round number 2. So that allows us to go into round 3. Dude, Vortex might come back. That would be absolutely fantastic to see. They're trying to get rid of all the leeches. Great move. But also dangerous, I am so curious to see the Cypher machine progress right now, but it seems like Alien is actually protecting a few Cypher machines, making it really, really difficult for the survivors to pop that last Cypher or to even bring it anywhere near to 100%. Right now, Mercenary, I think, was at 18 at one Cypher machine. Alien's
doing a great job at monitoring these ciphers because all 3 of them are on the same side of the map.
And he's doing a fantastic job. He's really taking his time, and he knows that he can just break the ciphers. He needs to protect the cipher machines, and he has time. He can bring down one survivor, and they can rescue as long as they are not able to pop the cipher machine. He can take his sweet time, and he can... There we go. Forward is down.
Great hit against that forward by that pallet. I come over here by the cipher, yeah, to continue pressure. It's gonna continue abnormal on it.
Yeah. Great job. As I already said, he's taking his time and he's making it extremely difficult for the survivors to bring down another cipher machine. He has leeches all around the map. It's extremely difficult at this point. We can see abnormal yet again. Just slowing it down. Gravekeeper knows that the main body is there, therefore transitioning out a little bit. Probably.
This was a good move from my alien because he understood that all of the ciphers were right next to each other. So that's when you're going to use something like abnormal, and that really benefited iAlien in the long run. You know, if the ciphers are stretched out, then you don't always want to go abnormal. Sometimes it's easier to stick to teleport, etc., because the ciphers will eventually be popped. But when they're this close to each other, it's much more easily manageable. And so it was the correct trait. It was definitely the correct trait. But remember, the more times he uses the abnormal, the less likely it works. So it'll work, but that's been changed. It's going to get reduced more and more in terms of the progress. But iAlien's in a very, very good position here. If one more is eliminated, isn't the tournament over for today?
No. Then it would still be open for a tie. Okay, last effort is coming in. He's going to rescue the mercenary right there. Was body blocking as well. As far as I can tell, was taking the hit for the mercenary. Again, we are down to one Cypher machine. As you said, the abnormal is being reduced by every hit that he is giving to the Cypher machines. But still, that is slowing down the game a lot.
Oh, I see what you mean. He has to eliminate 2 people.
He has to...
Because this is round 2, so if he eliminates 2 people, last round was a tie, right?
Yes. In total, he needs to eliminate 3 people.
I'm getting old.
Yeah, don't worry. It's fine. If we're gonna see a tie, we're gonna see a 3rd round. That's all that matters right now. So what we can basically see is obviously Vortex wants to win this round, but if they can't win it, they at least want to make it a tie so they can proceed into a 3rd round. And they are doing a great job. As well as Alien. It's back and forth. It's back and forth. We can see, alright, Mercenary is taking the hit right there. It is back and forth. It's just difficult. For both sides. But Alien putting a lot of pressure on the survivors. Gotta admit that. That abnormal is really stretching out the game and giving the survivors a difficult time to bring down the last Cypher machine. As we can clearly see, they are going down, they are taking turns on the rocket chair, they are trying their best to protect each other and to rescue each other, but after all, Ford got sent back to the manor. This is a really, really tough situation for the survivors. They still need to bring down one Cypher machine. Mercenary is on the rocket chair. They know that they basically need to rescue the mercenary, but it seems like Gravekeeper is going for the dungeon at this point.
Yeah, this is one of those things where it's a 4-in-1, so it's a group 4 layout, but it's a Cypher layout 1. So what that means is that there's a Cypher in the shack, a Cypher in ruins, and a Cypher by big statue. When you spawn, and we'll see Gravekeeper get out, respect from my alien, and when you see a hunter spawn by this area, group 4, it pushes all the survivors away from these 3 Cyphers that are still remaining. So it should be noted that these 3 Cyphers that are remaining are exactly where the hunter spawns, and he pushes everybody out. Allows you to decode those, but late game, very, very difficult.